Okay, so in this video we are going to see how we can determine the equation of a line. Okay, we are going to see how we can determine the equation of a line. So one thing that you need to understand is that equations are in many different forms. Okay, equations are in many different forms. Like a good example, when you are simply talking about linear equations. Linear equations are always written in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, linear equations are always written in the form y is equal to mx plus c. When you're talking about quadratic equations are written in the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so this is when you are dealing with quadratic equations. So quadratic equations are always written in that way. Okay, they're always written in the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. But when you're talking about straight lines, that is the equation of a line, the equation of a line will always be written in the form y is equal to mx plus c. M is going to be referred to as the gradient. C is what is referred to as the y-intercept. It's a constant value, y-intercept. It is a number which shows us where the line is actually cutting the y-axis or meeting up with the y-axis. The word intercept means to meet or to cut. Okay, so it's just a value which shows where the line is passing through the y-axis. If it is passing through at 7, then the c value is going to be 7. If it is passing through the y-axis at 3, then the c value is going to be 3. So y is equal to mx plus c is the general form in which we write equations of straight lines, and the gradient is the main key. If you don't know concepts regarding the gradient, like we had discussed in the previous video, it's going to be a little bit hard for you to deal with problems regarding or involving us determining the equation of straight lines. So let us see a practice problem, how we can answer it. Let us imagine we have been given two coordinates. One is 2,1 and the other being 3,3. Okay, 3,3. How can we determine the equation of a line in which we are having these two points? Okay, how can we determine this? So this is how it's going to go. There are two methods. If you want, you can use the same general formula or general expression, y is equal to mx plus c. Or if you want, you can use this other formula, y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So y is equal to mx plus c or y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. You can choose any. So let's start with this guy. They are all involving the gradient. So it's very much important that you first determine your gradient. So m is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, this is going to be your x1. That's going to be a y1. This is going to be a x2. This is going to be a y2, right? So when we plug in our values, this is just going to be 3 minus 2. Or better, let me say that again. 3 minus 1 over 3 minus 2. 3 minus 1, definitely the answer is going to be 2 over 3 minus 2, the answer is just going to be positive 1. So at the end of the day, your gradient value is just going to be positive 2. Positive, which means that the kind of equation, the kind of line that we're having here is an increasing line, if we were to sketch its nature. So, having seen that the gradient has been determined, let us see now how we can use these methods I'll start with this guy. When you're determining the equation, you have a choice. You can pick any of the 2 points that you've been given here. You can either pick point A or point B. The answer will still come out the same. So using y is equal to mx plus c, I'm going to use 2, 1. And then in this other one, I'm going to use 3, 3 to back up what I've just said. So 2, 1. Remember, a coordinate is always written in the form x, y. So in this expression, y is equal to mx plus c. Where there is y, I'm just going to put 1. M is the gradient, so I'm just going to put 2. X, according to the coordinate here, x is just 2, so I'm just going to put 2 here. Plus c. 2 times 2, 4. Plus c. Expressions or figures in an equation can be written interchangeably. So if I want, I can write this as just 4 plus c is equal to 1. I just interchange them. This comes this side, this comes this side. C, the 4 is going to go that way. So we're going to have 1 minus 4, which is just going to be a negative 3. Once we do that, we write the same expression, y is equal to mx plus c. You're not allowed to put anything on y or on x. You're only allowed to substitute values only on the gradient and the y-intercept. So this is just going to be y. Your gradient was determined originally to be 2. X. Your c value is negative 3, so you just write negative 3. So that's just going to be like y is equal to x minus 3. In case you're wondering where the positive is going, this is just the same as plus negative 3 if we were to write it better. But remember, positive times negative is going to give you negative. That's just what I've written here. So this is going to be y is equal to 2x minus 3. That's going to be the equation of the line using this method. What about this one? We're going to pick 3, 3. So this is going to be y minus, remember, x value, y value, so y minus 3. Your gradient is 2. X minus 3 still. So you're only supposed to put values on your y1 and your x1, not on the y, not on the x. Leave them as they are. Y minus 3, 2 times x, the answer is going to be 2x. 2 times negative 3, the answer is going to be negative 6. Y will be equal to 2x minus 6. Remember, when the negative 3 is being taken this side, it's going to be a positive. So y will be equal to 2x. Don't just say 6 plus 3 and it gives you like negative 9. Be very careful, signs should be followed up. So this is negative 6 plus 3. So negative 6 plus 3, that is going to be negative 3. And that'll be it for this problem. We had found y is equal to 2x minus 3 here. We had also found y is equal to 2x minus 3 even here. So you should be very careful anytime you are handling or dealing with these things. So you can use either y is equal to mx plus c, it will still work. Or if you want, you can go using this approach to still work. Pick any 2 coordinates, or rather pick any 1 coordinate from those points that you have been given, and you'll be well and good. So this is how we determine the equation of a line using this general form and also this other formula. So I hope this helps. Thank you.